What up? It's your girl, Brook-Lynn from the block, back with another YouTube video, and today this video is about motherhood / parenthood, frequently asked questions. So I asked around on my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook, wondering what you guys wanted to ask me about parenthood, if you're pregnant or still have questions about what being a parent is like, you're just curious. This is what this video is for. So I've looked around, seen what people were asking, and decided to answer them on this video. So the first one, what was your process for names and how did you decide? So I was one of those people who always had this page in my notes of baby names. Like if I had a boy, if I had a girl, what would I name them? Da, 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 da. I was like, oh, that's cute. Let me put that in my notes, right? I showed them to Cass when we were looking over names, and then he was like, he wasn't really feeling them. So I was like, well, okay, let's Google some names. So we were looking for it for a while, did it over a couple of days, and then maybe the second or third day, we started to look up African names. So it's like, okay, I like some of these, whatever, but we didn't want something super hard to pronounce. We came across Zaire. And Zaire used to be a country in Africa, now it's the Republic of Congo. But it used to be a country in Central Africa. And we really liked it. And plus I always liked the name Akeem, so that's his middle name. His full name is Zaire Akeem Mitchell, and that's how we came up with that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We didn't spend forever or was super indecisive about it. Well, yeah, it's a pretty short process. Next question, have you gotten your period yet, and did your cramps change? So I have not gotten my cycle yet because I have an IUD called Mirena, and you don't get your period. You don't get cramps like that. I get a cramp maybe like a random day, but then it'll come and then it'll go away within the same day. Fairly short, nowhere near as painful as regular periods. But if you don't have birth control after you give birth, you normally get your cycle about 2 or 3 months after you have your child. So that's pretty much it. Next question, is it normal for my baby to wake up every hour all night long? Yes, and we went through it with Zaire. When I first had him, I was really stubborn because I really wanted to exclusively breastfeed him, but I struggled a lot with it because he came out hungry. If you want my full motherhood experience, go check out my other video for more detail. But yes, he came out hungry. And essentially breast milk is thin. After it gets to the third stage of breast milk becomes really thin and doesn't really hold babies over for a long period of time, especially if you're breastfeeding him at night, so they're going to keep waking up to be fed. So essentially that's what happened. Now at the time, we switched on and off between formula and breastfeeding, so it made it a little bit easier, but yeah, the baby's going to keep waking up to eat and to change. And also, because they're still getting used to their environment, that's why it's still a little difficult for them to stay asleep for long periods of night. But as they get older, 6 months on up, it makes it a lot easier for you to get some sleep. Next question. Will I ever feel normal again? Yes, but it takes time. Took a while for me to get used to, mom life and having to be okay. It's okay to be tired and, feeling, it's almost like this outer body experience. It's something that you never experienced before, and it's completely new, and it can be very overwhelming. But if you continue to do things for yourself, I got into makeup. I'm not heavy into makeup, but I got into it. Every now and then I'll do it for myself to kind of treat myself while I'm at home, especially nowadays when you can't go anywhere. But yeah, it just takes time. What's it like being a newborn parent? Kind of mentioned it before. You're tired. You're tired. There's no other way to explain it. You're tired. Regardless if you have help, regardless, you know, like in your recovering stage, you know, after you have a child, you never fully recover until up to a year post-baby. So, don't feel bad if you feel like, hey, I keep getting sleep, but every time I get sleep, I'm still tired after I wake up. Like, it's completely normal. Babies are demanding, you know? Like, it's hard to get a break. I mean, it's easier if you do have help. Help is great, you know. Takes a village is the reason behind people saying that, because, you know, you need that extra helping hand. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. You just kind of just roll with the punches. Advice: when babies take a nap, get rest, as you've heard before, or do something for yourself. Like, when the baby is newborn, they take a lot of naps during the day. That's just it, you know? So maybe one nap, you like get some rest for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, however long the baby is asleep. And then the next time the baby goes to sleep, do something for yourself, whether it's take a nice bath, wash your hair, shave. You know, make sure you do the essentials for yourself and take care of yourself, because you're important too, okay? Don't completely reject yourself like, oh, I have to care for my baby because, you know, I mean, that's extremely important, but you're important too. You're still a person too, okay? So stay focused. You got this. Take things a day at a time. The last one I have is, does relationship dynamic change? Yes, it does. Before you have a child, you are able to go out and do things that you really can't do when the baby gets here. You're able to spend more time with each other before the baby gets here. When the baby gets here, one person is either working, other person is home with the baby, or, you know, you're always home. It can be difficult. If you're in a relationship with someone, it can put a strain on it. So you have to constantly work on your relationship. It makes you appreciate post-baby. It makes you appreciate the little things and enjoy the time that you have with them. You know, seeing how a baby is observant and how curious they can be and how they grow and their little faces that they make and their mannerisms that they have. It's otherworldly. There's no other way to describe it. Once you're in it, you can see how people, it doesn't always work out, you know, relationships, because there can be a lot of disagreements about stuff or stuff that you haven't talked about when it comes to having children. You just take things a day at a time, you know, and it'll all work out. And things will get easier. I didn't like hearing that when I was like postpartum 1 or 2 months. Oh, it'll get easier, because when you're in it, it can get rough. You just want some type of other advice. That's all I have. But if you have any more questions, any at all, feel free to comment below. Feel free to follow my Instagram, follow my Facebook page, and just shoot me like a message. If you like my video, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You know what to do. This is your girl, Brook-Lynn from the block. Thanks for watching.